Welcome to the Man of Recaps. This is His Dark Materials, Episode 4. Guess what time it is? It's Lin-Manuel Miranda in a hot air balloon time. He's playing the Texan Lee Scoresby, an aeronaut with his own balloon and a cute rabbit demon. The Egyptians have made it north to Trollinson. They're trying to get help from the witches. Apparently Father Coram used to date one, so he's got the in. He and Lyra talk about how she reads the alethiometer, right out in the open. Yeah, put that thing away. They go see this dude who is the witch's consul. Apparently he's the only one who can contact them, so they need to win this guy over first. He wants to see Lyra's alethiometer too, and even though he's got a snake demon, she seems to trust him. As a test, he wants her to pick out which one of these bottles of twigs will summon the specific witch, Serafina Pekkala. I'm not sure that's how the alethiometer works. Like, how's she gonna get a symbol to specifically point to oh, she did it. Yeah, okay, never mind. As a reward, he gives her a magical quest item, a bottle of empty air. The twigs are for calling the witches, and the air will just summon her to you right away in case of emergency. Then he sends them on the next quest. They have to recruit the armored bear, Yorick Burnison. Unfortunately, Yorick is currently an unarmored bear. We learn more about it from Lee Scoresby too, who was once his friend. Lee Scoresby busts into the saloon like, hey, who here's seen an armored bear? No one's talking, so he picks a fight. It's kind of funny because his rabbit's there calling out the shots while he's doing the fighting. And yeah, to be honest, Lee kind of gets his butt kicked. But he did steal everyone's wallet during the fight, so I guess that was his plan. Lee goes to see the Port Authority, who is Dudley Dursley from Harry Potter, by the way. Long story short, the Magisterium tricked him out of it to keep him here as an indentured servant. Now, at the Magisterium, Mrs. Coulter's having a meeting with the Cardinal. We met him once before. He's the guy who, is super hunched over for no apparent reason, and he seems to be the highest level guy that we've seen so far. He tries to fire Mrs. Coulter because she's drawing too much attention to the oblation board and with the ransacking of the college, but she's like, you can't fire me. I got a trick up my sleeve. I have Lord Asriel captive. Now, the Magisterium really wants Lord Asriel because, he's a big deal heretic. Plus, I think they want to know, what he knows about dust and other worlds and stuff. Turns out she doesn't have him personally, but another armored bear took him prisoner and she's manipulating him. Her bear friend is the current king, Ragnar. He's got a golden bear skull helmet, pretty hardcore. He owes her because she helped his rise to power, and she offers him a baptism, which apparently is super cool for him. He'd be the first bear ever in the Magisterium, so, he's happy to help her out with Lord Asriel. In exchange for Lord Asriel, besides just keeping her job, she wants to ask a question of the Magisterium's alethiometer. It's just super nerdy guy who knows how to read it, and Mrs. Coulter's question is,
who is Lyra Belacqua?
It's you know her. She's your daughter? What do you want me to say? But we've heard a few times that Lyra might be the child of some prophecy, so I assume that's what she's trying to get at. Lord Boreal also sees nerdy alethiometer guy. Turns out he's got some dirt on him, implies that he knows he's gay. He wants the alethiometer to tell him how he can find out what Grumman discovered. He's trying to get all the knowledge about parallel worlds. Lyra meets up with Lee Scoresby and eats all his bacon. She basically gets the story that if Yorick has his armor back, he'd be happy to come along on her adventure with her. She goes to see Yorick hey, I can find out where your armor is. By the way, he can't just make more armor out of this metal because it's, trash. So she pulls out her alethiometer phone and just Googles it real quick. Yeah, turns out the armor's here in town. It's right up in the church. So it's polar bear rampage time, bursts in there, comes out with, boom, full set of armor. It seems like it leaves a lot uncovered, but somehow these guys can't hit him there. An armored bear takes these guys all out. So Lyra comes back to the Egyptians what's up? I recruited us an armored bear, plus a dude with a hot air balloon, questionably as useful. So our party is heading north, gonna go find those missing children and kick some butt.